have you been sort of interested in creating wedding dresses as a business? Then this video is about how to get you started and some ideas to help you get motivated, and who knows, you might just become the next bridal designer or seamstress. This is TANIA Sutherland, and I am a fashion designer, fashion business startup coach, as well as a pattern designer, which I have quite a few products on my website. So it's all about, weddings. So this is just my shooting room where I do all my photos and I do my YouTube videos. So this is not my fitting room. As you can see, all my garments all around the place, because I'm also in the process of moving, but I'll share it with you later on. Okay, so if you are looking at going into making wedding gowns for clients, it's very important to take correct measurements. The other thing is that when a bride comes to fit, you got to do fittings in stages. So they've got to try it on the first time to see if you've got all your proportions correctly, and where their bust line's fitting, you're going to start pinning, taking in where necessary. You make notes, you pin on the garment, and of course you're going to go back to the machine and sew and alter and change the garment. You'll come again for another fitting. So what I've done here is I've kept the actual bust here loose on top, just the linings at the bottom, and then the skirts are all loose. So I can first get the actual corset to fit properly, and then to know that the skirt line fits exactly where it fits in her waistline, just below her waistline. And then I'm not putting any boning in yet either until she's tried on the garment. And then the tulle is just loose at the moment because I need to pin it exactly according to her bust line when she tries it on. So my doll, my mannequin, is only a size 34, a size 10, and she's about a size 18, so it's actually too big for my doll. You'll see on the back, I have just pinned it so that you can just have a look on the doll what it looks like, and also for my client to see what her garment looks like before she comes and tries on, because she's very excited and I'm sharing all the excitement with her. So it's going to take some experience. You need to know what you're doing, but if you are already an advanced seamstress, a fashion designer, and you want to find your own particular niche, as you're going along making garments, you'll become better and better. And also, most important is to educate yourself and just grow your skills by following other fashion designers or bridal gown designers or seamstresses, and learn a lot of tips and techniques from them. I already started it, so I'll video the process of me putting it together as we go along. Now on the inside, I love wedding dresses, and I hope you will enjoy it too. So if this is something that absolutely inspired you and motivated you, how about giving me some love and help you grow my algorithms by pressing the share button, subscribe, and and the like as well. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. So the lining has got interfacing, and it's a nice stiff interfacing, and later on I will put the boning in. I also have my elastic, which I'll put studs at the end, or hooks and eyes. So this helps to pull in the actual corset on your bride, so it actually pulls nice and tight around the waistline, so it fits kind of snug. And also what this does is the weight of the dress tends to sit around the actual waistline, just slightly above the waistline, and it almost holds the weight up there instead of dragging and pulling it down, because this dress already has got about 45 meters of material. I did design it in a way that is kind of light, so there's many layers of tulle and sparkling tulle, and a beautiful soft sort of chiffon right at the bottom, so that it actually is very light on the bride. What you will need when you do wedding gowns, it also helps when you have a very set niche of what it is you're going to be designing and offering. It helps with your marketing. You become more of an expert in your field when you're advertising. It's word of mouth. People get to know that you do bridal gowns. boutique owners could phone you, other brides tell the other brides, you know, friends and girls talk to one another. And when you advertise, you can be very precise about what kind of gowns you do, what sizes you do. I mean, you might just want to do plus size, you might just want to do ball gowns, or you want to do gowns that are of, you know, of color, like black and red, or different types of wedding dresses. So you decide what it is that you want to basically create a niche in your market, be more specific. So when you do that, you can always go buy in bulk. You can go buy lots of white material, the Duchess satin, or the bridal fabric that you like to work with, as well as different layers of different types of tulle for the layers of the gown, as well as for veils. You can buy veil combs. You can start buying, you know, the actual body color mesh in rolls. Start buying in stock, so that in bulk, so that you've actually is saving a lot of money down the line. So what else you'll need is you will definitely need boning, because most of the wedding dresses with the corsets and bodices would need boning. You get different types of boning. You get the metal boning, and you just get the normal nylon boning. I prefer to use this. And then you also need to get the concealed zips. You get the cotton one, which is very strong. You get different lengths, so definitely you can buy a whole lot of the different lengths of your concealed zips in white, cream, depending on what color dresses you're making. And of course you've got the horsehair. You've got the horsehair, which I'm going to put at the bottom of the skirt. This is Duchess satin, so I'm going to put some of the horsehair at the bottom just to help push it out a little bit. And when my bride tries it on, if she wants to have it fuller at the bottom, then I'll do some more layers of tulle petticoat underneath, so that she has more fullness. But she didn't really want a big full ball gown skirt line. She wanted more the softness. You'd also would need to learn how to basically, you know, cut out your lace into appliques, and then you would need. Alright, so what you do is you can actually buy lace, and you can cut out the applique, just cut it out roughly as close as possible to the actual applique. You can take your soldering iron, and you can go close to where the actual lace applique is, and you can melt it. To learn how to do handwork to stitch on all your lace applique, especially on the mesh or on the garment. And you've got to keep in mind the mesh that you're using has got to have a very, very good stretch. And when you are stitching on your applique, you need to actually work on some kind of body form, because you need to actually stitch on the curves. You can't do very tight stitching, because when your bride tries it on, the garment's all being pulled tight. So you keep that in mind. Okay, so I've kind of gone through quite a few things that you would need. You would need to have a fitting space. You would need to have a long mirror for your bride to have a look at, a good lighting, and you would need to understand what a bride really wants. And, you know, yes, suggest ideas to them if you feel that their ideas is not flattering to their body type, or for the kind of wedding that they want. For instance, they like a lot of dancing and the dress is very tight. You know, you just sort of recommend a couple of suggestions to them, but always listen to what they want. And then of course you can always put your expertise and knowledge as a designer, as a stylist, or into the advice for a bride. You would go through your bride's measurements. You would take as many measurements as possible, and you maybe need to do quite a few fittings. So make sure you get as many measurements from the beginning, so that you're not wasting your bride's time. It's very important to be punctual, and it's also very important that your client is punctual as well, because you need to respect their time. They need to respect your time as well, because time is money. So when a bride comes for a fitting, you need to be ready. Make sure that your fitting room is nice and clean. There's a nice big mirror. Maybe offer her a glass of water or a cold drink, some kind of refreshment, so that you're actually making her feel very welcome. Also a place to sit, you know, place them to sit and try on the garment. They're going to be, you know, trying their shoes, etc. So then it might need to sit somewhere. You know, a room that can be closed. They've got some privacy. But I have, you know, an entire video on, you know, how to get yourself set up, and, you know, to help you to have more clarity in a business as well. I will leave the links down below of all the other business packages that I have, which is one to do with the bridesmaids dresses as well as stitching to riches. It's about giving you absolute clarity in how to get set up, etc. Okay, so wedding gowns, if it's something that you want to do, give it a go. I absolutely love it, and you can actually charge because you are giving a custom wedding dress for all different size body shapes for brides. It's a special day, and you can just do wedding dresses, or you can add for the whole entourage by doing bridesmaids dresses, the flower girls, little miniature brides, little miniature flower girls, etc. When I say miniature, I mean little. So you can actually offer the mother, the bride, all those type of things, or you can just say, I only do wedding dresses. It's up to you till you feel you want to grow, or you want to stick to one thing only, which is also okay. So I love wedding dresses, and I hope you will enjoy it too. So if this is something that absolutely inspired you and motivated you, how about giving me some love and help you grow my algorithms by, you know, pressing the share button, subscribe,